May I remind you that trading is risky and not suitable for everyone. Your past performance, good or bad, is not necessarily indicative of future results. Please stay small, stay humble, focus on the long term, and never risk money you cannot afford to lose. Welcome to Quant-in-a-Box Daily, Monday, December 19th. I hope you had a lovely weekend and are ready for some potential opportunities in the market this week. So what is Quant-in-a-Box Daily? Well, Quant-in-a-Box Daily is a YouTube channel that showcases technical and fundamental analysis across the foreign exchange market using a tool called Quant-in-a-Box. Quant-in-a-Box is your global macroeconomic quant in a box. It's a beautiful tool that gives you access to all the fundamental data you need to formulate a fundamental bias on currency pairs that you are trading. It's as simple as that. It brings in the most important information that you need, from seasonality to COT data, retail sentiment, to a scoring system that works off of fundamental data. And the nice thing is, it makes it really easy to have this information at your fingertips. Instead of spending your weekends collating this information and updating this information on spreadsheets, everything's right here in front of you. If you want to give it a bash, the trial is just $7.90. See if you like it. I use it every single day. I don't trade without it. And I was never, ever a fundamental trader. Wayne McDonald actually asked me to take over this project and start showcasing it. And since I've been using it, I must be honest, there's a lot more control in my trading. So what I use various tools. I use the score chart summary. It's very nice. It gives you a nice score chart summary of all the currency pairs and asset classes you can trade using Quant-in-a-Box. And I then verify all of this technically. Before I do that, though, I use this economic news slide, which tells me what I've got in terms of news coming up for the session. I like to look at medium and high impact news. I change the date so it just reflects today. And then I have a look and see, is there anything I need to pay attention to? As you can see today, pretty chilled, a couple of mediums, one high, nothing crazy. Cool. You can also use the market heat map, quite nice, because what this does is shows you which currency pairs are moving in the last moment, updates regularly. So I like to keep an eye on this as I go into market opens. And just slightly after market open, you can see here the blue squares refer to the most bullish currencies in the last while. So you can see Euro USD right now moving higher. And the red currencies represent the most bearish. Well, not just currencies, asset classes. You can see here we got some indices. So last night, or during Asia, dollar yen moving down. So dollar yen moving down. The question is, could you add positions to dollar yen? Let's take a look. So jumping into the terminal, went to our MT4 platform. If I go to my default, grab dollar yen over here. Just find it quickly. Here we go. The question is, if this has been moving lower down during the course of today, could I add further positions? You could then line up things, say, where are you? Are you trending? Currently, dollar yen sideways. Okay. Look at an M15 chart. You might then decide, if you were in position and there were opportunities to continue selling this, you could do so. What I'm going to do today, though, is instead of looking at this, I'll look at my score chart summary. Looking at the scores, which you can also break down further under your currency pairs. You can see here USD-CAD, for example, gives you a full breakdown. Strong buy, there's the points, there's your seasonality, your fundamental data, upcoming news, a beautiful summary over here, which breaks everything down for you, and some daily chart technicals. What I'm going to do, though, is just look at the score chart summary, go through the strong buys and the buys, the strong sells and the sells, and see if there's anything that stands out, okay? So what I'm particularly paying attention to today is the Kiwi CAD. As you can see here, we are very, very close to a profit-taking zone, okay? And we haven't hit the MR2 yet. Currently range-bound on the daily. However, on the H4, you'll notice that price came down, broke the 55, and instead of coming up for a double top, it's now come up and tucked on top of the 4-hour 21, and it's currently at this support over here. Now, in terms of this currency pair, you'll notice we don't have any lower highs. Also, as price came down here, we closed at this support. So for me, Kiwi CAD is still bullish, and we've got the extreme target over here, monthly R2, Confluence weekly M4. So is there a possibility of this? Okay. So this could be a trade that you could be paying attention to. You have got the fundamental bias of a strong buy. So your fundamentals match your technicals. So all you got to do now is just verify this lower time frame. So what I like to do is I like to go into H1 at the market open, which is in about 45 minutes time. And I like to take my 4-hour chart and just grab that support over there on the H1, make sure that level hasn't broken, and then look to see at the H1, at the market open, does this chart say anything bearish? So, for example, has price broken support? Has price closed at resistance? Or making lower lows and lower highs? And right now on the H1, it looks like it's consolidating. So what I might do is jump into an M15 and say, okay, well, I've got this consolidation. So all I'm looking for is price to close at a role reversal. Now that might mean price, going up to come down to go up, right? Maybe I can get the trade over there. So that's one thing I'd be paying attention to today. Let's take a look at what else we got over here. So USD-CAD coming through with a strong buy as well. I'm not a fan of USD-CAD right now. I'll show you why. We've got USD-CAD not liking the price action there. On the H4 time frame, currently out of position. What's nice about Kiwi-CAD is that we're sitting in position on the weekly, okay? Right between the weekly M2 and the weekly central pivot point. And we got the support over here, okay? That's why I like this trade the most. Looking at I don't trade Swiss yen against Japanese yen because those are two safe havens. Kiwi CAD, cool. We got some other buys over here, 5s and 5s and 5s. Okay, let's take a look. Let's take a look at USD ZAR. USD ZAR coming through. See again, I'm not a fan. That's out of position for me, so I'll leave that one alone. Euro yen. Okay, cool. In position, but do I have support? So you can see here the 4-hour candle, this candle over here representing London bias, having broken this resistance, which is cool. This candle here testing that support. So you haven't got price closing in a roll reverse, but you have got price breaking resistance on an H1 time frame, though. What you'd like to see if you're going to buy euro yen is a higher low. Now, it might not represent on this time frame. You might get it on the M15 time frame. Now, of course, one thing to pay attention to is that price is currently at resistance. Okay, so if price could come down and then shoot up, fine. Ultimately, M15 is your friend. Again, higher high, higher low. Watch out for this resistance over here. Okay, if price breaks that, pulls back down, test that as support, then you're good to go. You can see here, price has stopped making lower lows and currently in position for a buy. So euro yen could be something that you're setting up for the session. And your target, M2, M4. Okay. You got a confidence to have a monthly M4 at weekly target. All right. So euro yen could be something you're setting up. I still prefer Kiwi yen for the moment. Euro yen, something I might set up between now and New York. Kiwi yen. Let's take a look. You are in position. You are below the central. So you're in position for a buy. You're kind of at the daily 21, although you're just below it. Again, I don't have roll reversals on the Kiwi yen. This red candle here chilling where? I suppose you could see price tucking in under the support over here. If that's the case, and you are at daily targets, then you're looking, again, for that higher, higher, higher low, right? So you could have your Kiwi CAD, Kiwi yen, euro yen set up. You're waiting for the same thing on all three of those pairs. And then euro pound, I'll leave everything below a 5 alone. Okay, there's quite a lot. We got Kiwi yen, euro yen, Kiwi CAD. Kiwi CAD, I'm looking at for a London trade. Euro yen, Kiwi yen, I'm looking to sort of set up between now and New York. Okay, cool. Then down here, strong sell, Aussie Kiwi. Let's take a look and see. So my default, I'll use this default profile. Okay, for a sell, I'm out of position. I'm not going to sell that. Leave that alone. And then pound Kiwi. Okay. Pound Kiwi. Okay, I'm out of position. I'm not going to sell that. I'll leave that alone. Look, if you were going to sell this, what you'd be looking for is you'd be looking for a 21 EMA. Okay. Targeting this down here. Or a roll reversal. And you can see right now, price, you've got this resistance on the left-hand side over here. Okay. You have got this over here. But think about your opportunities right now. We've got a Kiwi CAD, which is giving us a buy on Quant-in-a-Box, and it's in position. So I so much prefer Kiwi CAD than I do pound Kiwi because of the position side of things. You've got everything on your side of here. All you got to do is verify it. Okay. So out of all the trades, this is my favorite right now. You got support. You're in position. You're currently still bullish. There's no lower high. Notice if price made a lower high here, then it would have made a lower low, and then a lower high, and then a lower low, right? But instead, price came down, closed at this support. Okay. Came up, broke resistance, and then came down and closed at that support. In position, bullish on Quant-in-a-Box, targets over here, confluence, monthly R2. So I like that setup. Verified lower time frame, verified H1. So for example, if the H1 candle here closes bottom of the range, well then great. At least you know for a fact H1 isn't bearish. Go to M15 and then just wait for price to make a higher high, make a higher low. 21 above the 55, price coming off roll reversal support, and that's your buy, and you're taking it up to the daily target. In fact, you might be in this trade until tomorrow. There's your R2, there's your weekly M4, and there's your weekly R2. So those red lines up there representing your target for this trade. From a daily pivot point perspective, your target is the daily R2. So one of these levels is where you're getting out. To summarize, Euro Yen, you're setting up. You're looking for a higher high, higher low on an M15. Again, I don't like this resistance over here. Okay, so if we could break that, that'd be nice. All right. And your Kiwi Yen, same thing, right? At a daily target, that's great. You want a higher high, higher low, preferably 21 above the 55. Okay. Buy when things are bullish. For the rest, not in position, not really interested. But there's 3 trades there. One that I'm really interested for London. Set them up, be patient, be disciplined, be liquid. Have a good day. I'll see you fine human beings tomorrow.